Who are the Florida Mayhem? They are the quiet crash of confetti mimicking the autumn leaves, which are painting the Toronto skyline. They have the stubborn will to stand on your own 2 feet and chase your dreams as the world burns around you. They are players, coaches, staff, and children who curled up at night and wondered, maybe someday, today, there's something more. They are immortal. They are gold. They have resolved the greatest esports story ever told. Just who are the Florida Mayhem? Are you convinced now? The Florida Mayhem are the most well-coached team this year. Florida Mayhem houses the most complete tank in Overwatch history in someone. The Florida Mayhem are world champions. While all eyes were locked in on the dominance that the Atlanta Reign had shown throughout the regular season and into the mid-season madness, and the name recognition that the Outlaws housed would be Florida to rise to the occasion. And it was always going to be Florida. Hindsight clarifies just how dominant their near sweep to the 2023 title was. First, they were always going to be playoff lock, with a roster as well equipped and adding pieces like Jerome and Merritt. There was never a question that the Florida Mayhem would make playoffs. Next, the game state of the 2023 Overwatch League playoffs was that of chaos, where teams were scrambling to sign new tank players and DPS alike. The meta was, and always will be, a gamble in this esport, and that was further solidified this weekend. All reports had Zarya and Genji seeing significant playtime, further backed by some of the late-stage roster moves. It was this fluidity, this storm of ideas and creativity, that the Mayhem found a home in. All season long, they've been well-versed with a standard composition considered to be good, but they've also been the team with the ace up their sleeve. They quite literally had been preparing, likely unknowingly, for this scenario all season long. New patch hits, things are thrown for a loop, and while everyone is looking for what they should do, the Mayhem derail the whole show. Art has a very strange way of persisting. Mistakes can create beauty. Meanings can be found in most minor details, and names matter. It only feels right for this league and this team that in a period of chaos, it is the Mayhem to flourish and climb to the summit. They say the best revenge is to succeed. With the Mayhem's journey, players and all, it's safe to say that this is the ultimate dish best served cold. Forgettable after 2 seasons, the Mayhem in a number of alternate realities are easily the worst Overwatch League franchise throughout the front half of its history. 2018 saw Florida escape certain doom as the 0-40 Shanghai Dragons couldn't help but take the brunt. The following year, they didn't have anyone to cushion their fall, but that despair served to catalyze the future. The Mayhem found a shocking step up in 2020, stamping a triumphant evolution with a second-place finish during the May Melee, as well as a top 4 finish in the regular season. They established themselves as a team in the mix within North America. This position, however, would be called into question with the tank troubles that plagued them throughout 2021. But as Overwatch 2 ushered in a new era, so too did it usher in a newfound confidence for the franchise from Florida. 2022 saw the Mayhem don the mantle of a true playoff team, with impressive performances all season long. It was here that their championship core would take shape and continue into the year that they waltzed to a world title. From a team that started 6 years ago with a -78 map differential and a record of 7-33 to becoming a team that dropped 2 maps in their pursuit of mastery. The Florida Mayhem are what dreams are made of. Esports faces a reckoning, but could collectively learn something from the Florida Mayhem. 2 years of unadulterated tire fires is enough for one organization to make serious developments. Promoting Albert Ye to the general manager position was what made Florida 2023 possible. It was this move that allowed 2023 Coach of the Year Gunba to helm this success story. And that detail-oriented selection is seen throughout the forward-facing members of this team. Past that, the Mayhem never stopped iterating. Not because they needed it to survive. They could have easily just kept afloat and played the status quo. They showcased some middle ground between playing to their own strength and being adept enough to pilot what's already been discovered as good. They are a blueprint for what comes next in competitive Overwatch. They are a blueprint for what makes Overwatch such a compelling game. And They are a blueprint for what esports teams can strategically become, with a little ingenuity. However, today we wonder if the Florida Mayhem feel satisfied. A journey 6 years in the making, culminating in the relief of a victory. All the practice, all the sacrifices, the time away from the loved ones and the missed ones, and all for this. To not just claim to be the best, or be relegated as a team that could have done great things, but to rest on the throne physically, looking out into the crowds, and allowing it all to sink in. All those fans, tears in their eyes. Your teammates, friends, and family who always believed. Even your peers applaud out of sympathetic excitement or sheer respect. This wasn't easy. You made everyone proud. Let that rush, those emotions, that excitement wash over you. Someone did it. You did it. Deep down, you know now who the Florida Mayhem are. Or they are champions. They have written more than a wholesome story of a blueprint for success in an industry in turmoil. They stand as something more now, as competitive Overwatch stands on the precipice. From nothing to something. From no one to someone. From bus driving to high-fiving. So you ask, who are the Florida Mayhem? Well, they are the world's best Overwatch team, of course.